Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. Today we're going to have a look at Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. So this is a very clear A and a B section with a twiddly bit at the beginning that I'll show you later on in the video, so stay tuned. So just before we get going, there's a free tab for this available. First link in the description, it takes you to our private Facebook group. Head to the Files tab, you can download it there for free. Don't want anything from you, it's completely free, but that's the best place to catch me. Now I'm basing this off the Rolling Stones version of Paint It Black live at Glastonbury in 2013. I'll put a link to that in the description because the original recording's a little bit out of tune and it's quite hard to play to, whereas in that live recording they're going between the A and the B section quite clearly, but also it's tuned to standard tuning, so it'll be a little bit better for your ear. So let's get into it. So we're going to start with the sitar part. Now the chords underneath this would be 2 bars of D minor, 2 bars of A7 with a capo on the 2nd fret. Now what I'd like you to do for this song is I'd like you to play the sitar riff in the verses and then the chords in the choruses. So what we're going for first is hopefully you can clearly hear the melody in that. So I'm going to start with the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And all of these notes are the same distance apart. So I'm going to play that 3rd fret, open high E, index on the 1st fret of the high E, ring on the 3rd fret of the high E, and then work your way back down, fret 1, fret 0, and then to your 3rd fret where you started. That's the first 2 bars, and I'd recommend that you just start with those first 2 bars to start with. Pause if you need to. If you're okay with that so far, moving into the 3rd bar, we're going to play that 3rd fret a 2nd time. Middle finger for that 2nd fret on the B. Now that note introduces what we call the harmonic minor scale. And it kind of has this sort of like neoclassical kind of flavour. It sounds really cool. It's meant to bend your ear a little bit because as soon as we played that 2nd fret, we're going to go back to the 3rd, open high E, 3rd fret of the B, 2nd fret of the B. And we're playing around with this harmonic minor note that's supposed to bend your ear a little bit. Pause the video if you need to. I'm doing down and up picking and I'm using the finger per fret row, which is really important. Now, can you see this funny squiggle over here in the music? Sort of covering the D, the G and the B strings. That's called a rest. So what that means is for the first beat of the bar, you're going to let the band play the chord and you're going to come in on beat 2. So what'll happen is you'll hear the band go, I see a red door and I want it painted black. Follow Mick Jagger's vocal on that. It's very distinctive and it's very clear. Now this song uses a very obvious A and B section. So I'd put that as the A section for the song. The next bit I'd deem the chorus or the B section that uses some chords. Now we're going to use these chords in today's class, again with the capo on the 2nd fret. So you've got D minor, C. Now I've put F major 7 because that's what a lot of the students here at the music school are accustomed to. If you can play the bar chord, please play the bar chord. But F major 7 is nice and accessible and sounds really nice in this application. You've got a G and then an A7 for the turnaround. So let's start piecing that together. Now the chorus is an 8-bar phrase. Let's have a look at the first 4 bars. So we're going to play 2 strokes of D minor, 2 strokes of C, 2 downstrokes of F major 7, or the F bar chord, it's entirely up to you, and 2 strokes of C. So all of those are played on the beat, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. As we get to the D minor chord, we're going to go down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. I did a lesson on this strumming pattern. I'll put a card up somewhere for that if you need some help with this strumming pattern. It's our kind of go-to at the school. It's our go-to sort of acoustic guitar strumming pattern, but it works great for this as well. all together. That is then going to continue into bar 5, 6, 7 and 8. You're gonna do the same again with the D, C with downstrokes, F, C. Then we're gonna go to a G chord with the down, down, up, down, up, followed by A7. All together. Ooh, he says no, I've not got it all together. So let me just quickly. Quick swap. So that's the chorus for the song, and the whole song, bar the intro, just ping-pongs between those bits. You'll play the riff, I think it's 4 times, you'll play the chorus all 8 bars, and you just literally ping-pong between the two, and it might do it half a dozen times up to the end of the song, and then I don't know if that's the last song of their set, because they kind of go off-piste a little bit, and it is a very jam band kind of song. If you know both sections, and it'll take you a couple of goes, but you'll figure it out. Now at the beginning, Mick Jagger's doing this whole thing, thanking Michael Eavis for asking arguably one of the biggest bands in the world to come and play at his festival, and I'm sure they were paid handsomely for it as well. They don't do it out of the goodness of their own hearts, are they? He introduces the band. And then Keith Richards plays this like twiddly part that sort of is this he's playing. Now, I've broken this down into a couple of little chunks. So the riff goes just as normal, followed by which is the bottom line. So let's break that bottom line down. Now, it's worth mentioning, this is all in free time. So it's kind of, Keith Richards is just playing it as he sees fit, because there's no other musician on stage holding him account to the time. And he's also messing around with some open strings. Now, it's really important to me that this lesson is as accessible for as many people as possible. If you want to try and get some of those high E strings in there, feel free. You'll see that he's also got the capo on the 2nd fret, but he's playing in slightly different places. I think that's because he's got his guitar tuned differently. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what's happening there. This is the absolute, like, bare bones of what he's playing. And if you want to put some more sort of flair into that, try and get some high. He's sort of trying to get that sitar kind of vibe. Play this over and it'll sound great. So we want to have a look at this one. So you've got open D, 3rd fret of the B string, followed by an open high E, and then index finger on the 1st fret. There's nothing new here compared to the verse. And the first half of this is pretty much just the verse. 3rd fret of the high E, 1st fret, walk it down, open string, 3rd fret again, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open. So the first 3 bars, there's nothing new here. It's the end bar. So you're going to play this 0 here. Now this is called a tie. This means that you're going to play this note and you're going to hold it so much. You're going to hold it for such a long time that it actually bleeds over into the next bar. And what's going to happen there, we're going to go to the B string and we're going to play a flurry of 3 notes, which is open B string, 2nd fret and 3rd fret. And what you're going to do is you're going to hammer onto all 3 of those notes. So I'll pick the open string, hammer onto 2, hammer onto 3. Can you see how I've only picked it once? And then with an upstroke, I'm going to play the high E string, play the 3rd fret of the B again, pull off to the 2, open, 2. And it just adds that kind of, what's the right way to put it? It sort of adds that that sort of Far Eastern kind of sound to it. So, free PDF with all 3 of the sections is on the Kirklees Guitar School Facebook group. Head to the first link in the description, you can grab it there for free. Let me know if you'd like me to cover something else in the comments. I'd really like to see what you guys are listening to and what you're struggling with so we can help you. I will see you next week for another electric guitar lesson. Thank you so much.